Well, great. Good evening, guys. In this video, we are going to see what is static method in Java. See, a method which is created inside the class and prefixed with the static keyword is called static method. Okay, let us see it here practically. Okay, so I'm in a class. I'm in class A. I want to create some static methods. So if you can see here, main method is also a static method. Main method is also a static method. Why? Because it is prefixed with the static code. Let me create some static methods here. Public and static. Okay, so we must, if you want to know whether it is static method or non-static method, you can see, you can look at here. If it is prefixed with a static, you can come, you can say that it is static method. It is not prefixed with the static method, you can say that it is not static method. Okay, public void, and I'm going to name this method as test, and I'm not passing any formal arguments here. Okay, so I'm not passing any formal arguments here. Wait a minute. Yeah, see, I'm not passing any formal arguments in this test method. Okay, hope you know what do you hope you know what is test name, sorry, what is method name, what is method signature. Okay, so I'm not passing any formal arguments here. So I'm going to take another static method. So public. Okay, and it must be prefixed with static keyword, and return type is void, and I'll name this method as run. Okay, I'll name this method as run. Okay, so I have created two static methods, one is test, another one is run. Okay, if I want to execute test method, how can I execute? Okay, if I compile this program, do you think that whatever there in the test method will you get executed? Let me take a printing statement here. System dot out dot. Okay, so print ln of, let me type here test method. Okay, so okay, when I run test method, so test method will be printed. So same like that only here also, let me take, okay, system dot out dot print ln of. Okay, so in this, sorry, in it let me write run. Okay, run method. So if you can see here, so test method has implementation, run method has implementation. I want to execute test method, how can I execute? Okay, do you think that when I compile this program, the implementation that is there in test method will get executed? It will not happen. Okay, if you want the method, if you want the static method to be executed, before that you have to call it, you have to call it for execution. When you run this program, JVM calls main method for execution. JVM calls main method for execution. Okay, in that main method, you have to make use of method call statement. It means that you are going to call test method for execution. Okay, so method call statement is nothing but it is a call to that method for an execution. Okay, so what is method here? So method call statement syntax is method name and actual arguments. Okay, so here method name is test. Let me write test here, and there are no formal arguments, so I'm not passing any actual arguments. If there are formal arguments, I should pass actual arguments. Okay, since there are no formal arguments, since it is empty method, I'm not passing any values here. Okay, so if I run the program, okay, test method will get printed. See, let me run it. Okay, let me run it. Test method will get printed. See, test method got printed. Okay, so if you want a static method to be executed, okay, you have to call it. Okay, how do you call? By using method name, by using directly method call statement, you can call it. Okay, in another way also you can call it, in another way also you can call it by using class name, by using class name and method call statement. Okay, let me write class name is a, right? So a dot test method. Okay, so if I run this program, see this, see, in the initially we have called test method using method call statement. Now also we are calling, but at this time we are making use of class name dot method call statement. Okay, if I run this program, test method will be printed two times. Test method will be printed two times. Okay, since I have here print. Okay, so it will print in the same line. Okay, so test method will be printed two times. Okay, so I'm able to access a static method directly as well as with the help of class name. Okay, we have other way also to access a static member in the same class. Okay, so let me take create object of a class. Okay, so I'm going to create object of a class, and I'm going to, okay, so let me create object of a class. See, here I have created object of a class. How do you create object? By using new keyword. By using new keyword, I created the object of a class, and I assigned that reference in obj. Obj is a type object. Obj is a type reference. Okay, see, look here. Using this obj reference, using this obj reference, I can call test method for execution. I can call test method for execution. If I run this program, test method will be printed three times. Test method will be printed three times. So I am able to access this test method, which is static method, in three ways in this class. One is directly, another one by using class name, another one is by using object reference. Okay, so in the same class, you can access static method by directly or with the help of class name or with the help of object reference. Okay, so you can execute. Okay, you can do same thing for run method also. Okay, I'm trying to call run method directly. Okay, run method will be printed. Okay, so run method will be printed. Yeah, so run is printed. I want to call run method using class name. Okay, a dot run method. Okay, so if I run this program, see, a dot run method, I'm trying to call run method using class name. Okay, so run method will be printed two times. So one is directly, one is we called it directly, another one by using class name. I want to call I want to call run method by using object reference. Okay, obj dot run method. Okay, so if I run this program, run method will be printed two times. Run method will be printed three times. Okay, see, best point that you can learn here is, if you want to access static method of one class, static method of same class. Okay, so in this class we have two static methods. If I want to access it, I can access it directly by using method call statement. I can access it by using class name. Okay, a dot class name. Okay, I mean class name dot method call statement. I can access it using by creating object and making use of reference. I can call static method of the same class. Okay, this is how I'm able to access the static methods of same class. Okay, so let me open word here. Did we miss any point here? One more thing is that, see, this implementation test is a method, and this implementation, this body will be stored in method area. This body will be stored in method area, but this reference, okay, so test method reference will be stored in class static area, will be stored in class static area. Since the reference is in class static area, we are able to access run method using object reference also. Understand this point. Okay, why are we able to access static method using object reference? Very important point. Because but static method body is stored in method area, but static method reference is stored in class static area. That is why we are able to access static method using object reference. Okay, so yeah, let me open the word. Did we miss any point? Yeah, from static methods we can only access static members. Okay, we cannot access non-static members directly. We have to create object in order to use non-static members. Yeah, we can use static method of one class in another class with the help of class name. Okay, we will see this point lastly. In static contest we can access static members directly. That is what we discussed. Okay, in static contest it is nothing but in static members like static methods. Okay, we can access static methods directly using class name or object reference variable. So we have discussed all the points. Let us discuss the last point: how to access static methods of one class in another class. Let me go to B class here. Okay, there is no relationship between A class and B class. Okay, there is no relation between A class and B class. So I want to access the static methods of A class in B class. Can I access this directly? Can I access it directly? Okay, test method is there in A class. Test method is there in A class. Do you think that I can access it directly? Test method. Okay, so I'll get error. Okay, you already able to see error here. Okay, when I run this program, compile time error will come. Why? Because I cannot access the static methods of one class in another class directly. Okay, I have to make use of class name. I have to make use of class name. Okay, A is a class name. Okay, so I have to take that class name and I have to call that method. Then only it will get printed. Then only it will get printed. If you want to access the static method of one class in another class, you have to make use of class name. Okay, you cannot access it directly. Okay, we can access static method of one class in another class using object reference also. I have to create a object here, obj1 dot is equal to new a constructor. Okay, okay, so I have created object of a class in this class, in b class. Okay, using this object reference obj1 dot, okay, run method, let me call run method here. Okay, so I have called run method here. So test method and run method will get printed. Okay, so here I accessed, okay, test method by using class name. Here I have accessed run method by using object reference. So the point is clear. In the same class, if you want to access static methods, you can access it in three ways: directly, by using class name, or by using object reference. If you want to access static methods of one class in another class, you can access it by using class name or by using object reference. Hope you are clear with this video and practice it. Okay, remember this point. Okay, one of the most important question why we have discussed in this video is, why are we able to access static methods by using object reference? The answer is here. Okay, the answer is here. The static method body or implementation will be stored in method area, and its reference will be stored in class static area. Okay, there is a connection between object and class static area. That is why object is able to access static methods. Okay, see there, see, when we call, okay, so when we call by using object reference, when we call test method, okay, see, obj will go and search in object, is there any other test method? Okay, test method is not there, in it is not a non-static method. So the object will be empty. Okay, so then it goes and search in class static area, is there any test method reference? Okay, definitely definitely method reference will be there in class static, right? So that is how object reference will access the static methods. Okay, so thank you for watching this. Have a great day.